Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this video. Doing this video on this XTOOL D7 selling for $324.98 on Amazon. If you guys got this, leave a comment in the comments section. Let us know whether this is a decent scanner or not for the price. It's bidirectional. 2026 scan to 64 gigs, latest version, 36 plus resets, full system car scanner, diagnostic to injector test, throttle reset, crank sensor relearn. It's a pretty decent looking scanner. Yeah, I mean, it does a lot for the price. But to be honest with you, there are a lot of different scanners out there around this price range that kind of look the same. We're going to see what people are saying about it, but upgraded from 32 gigs to 64 gigs. I'm not quite sure what you would use that for as a scanner. A lot of people don't actually save that much information on their scanner. Most people who get this car are either serious DIYs, wires, or they're mechanics. If you're one of those people who aren't really knowledgeable about cars and you're looking for a scanner, and I'm making exceptions for people who own BMWs, Mercedes, Volvos, Volkswagens, and vehicles like that. I'm pretty sure there's a ton of those people getting these scanners who don't know anything about cars, hoping that buying one of these scanners would fix their car issues, their BMW issues, their Mercedes. You guys know what I'm talking about. I don't need to go in depth on this. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of you guys who own a BMW, a Mercedes-Benz, a Volkswagen Audi or something like that with like weird transmission issues, weird check engine light issues, and you guys, yeah, that's not, most of the time that doesn't work. Those cars are made to break down, and good luck with that is what I'm saying from my own experience, not my own experience, but my own experience as far as people having these vehicles and calling me up trying to ask me to help them fix these vehicles. Good luck with that, trying to get a $300 scanner and trying to figure out what the problem is. I don't think a $2,000 scanner would help you with that, but I'm going off based on this, okay? Yeah, it's 5,000 mAh battery, which is good. Which is good that it actually has a battery in there. A lot of people have complained that, particularly if it's this is a wired OBD2 scanner. So you guys don't have to worry about that, even with that battery, but it covers more vehicle models and newer systems. A newly added battery voltage reading shows battery status, which isn't really one of those, it was just really a selling point. You could probably get like a $30 scanner that does that, helping prevent low voltage tests that could harm the vehicle, the V2.0 diagnostic. But I mean, it helps. It helps. I'm not gonna lie, it helps. But I don't think most people are gonna use it for that issue. But if you have, leave a comment in the comment section. The V2.0 Diagnostic Reports allow shops to personalize results with logos, customer details. Okay, apparently this is one of those scanners, $300 scanners you would buy if you had a shop. But if you guys are not mechanically inclined, probably something that's a little bit more, I wouldn't say advanced, but more than you need as far as figuring out what the issue with your check engine light is. Save $500 a year with pro level diagnostics, whether you're a DIY or starting a repair business or beginning work at, I don't think this is who they're selling it to. I think the base of people buying this is they want people who are looking for a really good scanner who might be a little bit mechanically inclined to buy this, but without the high price tag of 4,000 plus active tests, and maybe I'm wrong on this, but nobody actually checks these active tests out. Leave a comment in the comment section if you're one of those people who know how to read active tests. Now, I don't know how thorough it is with information given on these tests. A lot of times, you know, going to the active test screen, it would be great if these scanners had some kind of baseline, give you a baseline of what the reading should be, but most of them don't do that. 36 plus special functions and advanced module resets like SRS reset, OE level, or system scan, FCA auto authorization, CANFD, DoIP, data export. Nobody actually exports data, but full bidirectional advantage over other code readers and scan tools. Offers true bidirectional control plus advanced bidirectional PIDs, letting you send commands to components like AC clutches, fuel injectors, and this is all about resetting this. So if you have a newer vehicle, you know, it might come in handy as far as all the resets is, because you know, a lot of things these days, a lot of components on vehicles are mostly electrical and not mechanical, meaning that, you know, there's actuators and motors and stuff like that. And scanner diagnostic 36 plus special function module resets, relearns, recalibration, all that stuff. Relearns, recalibration. Pretty decent looking scanner. You got updates, reports, diagnostics. Yeah, I mean, leave a comment in the comment section if you guys got this, and it's definitely worth getting. Unfortunately, one of those things that I don't see on the scanner that a lot of people do need at this point for newer vehicles, particularly if you're gonna change out the transmission fluid, is the transmission temperature. A lot of these scanners, for whatever reason, does not give you a reading on the transmission temperature. I don't know if this is the case on this. If you guys got this, leave a comment in the comment section. Altogether, for a scanner, it's not really you know, it's not a huge investment as far as scanners are concerned, especially if you are, you know, people who get these kinds of scanners. Essentially, you know, most of the time they're looking for a fix on the check engine light, and to be honest with you, you're probably not gonna get any more of a fix on the check engine light if you had a scanner that was $30. As far as the resets are concerned, like I said, yeah, I guess it's worth it if it has a lot of the resets as far as, you know, your vehicle is concerned. But suspension, calibration, injector, coating, power balance, EPB service, brake service mode, EPMS reset. A lot of cars actually do have a brake service mode, but if it's easy to do in the scanner, then it's probably something that's worth picking up. Wipers, ABS motors, solenoids, turn on the cooling fan, live data configurations, ECU coding and online coding, module replacement matching, quick upload the old data to new ECU, personalized setting, unlocking features like late daytime running lights. And I will tell you that a lot of these cars have more features than you need to use. I don't get it. I don't really need most of the features that exist on these vehicles these days. The more features you have, the more there is a chance of something breaking down. And considering that most vehicles these days, a lot of the electronics are connected to other electronics, it becomes a nightmare for some people. You know, a bad light bulb, a blown fuse on a light bulb somewhere could cause your car to have like issues with no starts and stuff like that. It's just a little bit insane to me. But ECU initiation and rematching, yeah, I mean, if you're mechanically inclined and you're swapping those kind of things out, I don't know how extensive that is, but knowing that this has it probably bumps it up to, like, you know, a more professional scanner as far as, you know, that's concerned. but let's see what other people are saying. In the box, you get a D7 car diagnostic scan, OBD2 cable, Type-C fast charging, US tech support. Okay, all right. I'm not gonna read too much into it, but I mean, the rating, 73% positive. It's great for any mechanic and a great price. Great pricing, great product. I love the products. XTOOL's supplies and are way more affordable than all the other top brands. Very powerful and comprehensive diagnostic tool. APID count for live data. Like I said, most people don't read live data. Most people don't know how to read live data. And you're a mechanic that literally needs to read a live data for like simple issues. Yeah, it just takes away a lot of common sense for a great tool for DIY and basic level mechanics. I don't know if it's something for basic level mechanics. I mean, you get a $30 scanner to tell you what the code is, and then you go in on that code. But in any case, see what negatives. That's not good because it's not, so it doesn't support Toyota, Lexus, and some more companies. I don't know if that's the truth. I mean, most Toyotas and Lexus is pretty simple. I'm pretty sure that this guy was looking for like a TPMS reset for a tire pressure reset, and couldn't do it because they have their priority systems as far as the resets are concerned for TPMS. Description mismatch, please stop by. Yeah, it doesn't really go much into it as far as that's concerned. I'm seeing if I could maybe, there's something from a BMW owner or some Mercedes-Benz Audi owner, because there always is, because one of those, they're like, I gotta tell you, issues on Mercedes-Benz's, BMWs, Audis, and stuff like that. Good luck with that. All right. I always see at least one comment from one of those people who own one of these cars that actually get these scanners, hoping that they could fix their, I don't know, $6,000 issue. If you take it to the dealership, they're looking for like a $200 fix, or maybe $100 fix, because apparently most people who drive those vehicles want to look good but don't got much money. The scanner hardware is nice for Android tablet, and it's rugged as far as software covers. Udo's a car brand, some I never even heard of, and the company provides very frequent updates. That's good. I did have to buy a 15-foot computer video cable, as I can lay under the car of the scanner and listen while actuating components to provide OBD2 cable. Yeah, I don't know what that means, guys. He's going to go under the car. He's got to go under the car and listen to, like, that's, I mean, does that defeat the purpose of this whole reset thing? However, in some cases, it falls short of even basic expectations. Today's problem is that it won't perform an ABS bleed on a 97 Chevy K2500. That's a very widely used system that's been around for 30 years. I thought maybe I followed the wrong menu or had a bad connection, but I disappointing email response. Okay, so I'll continue to use it for what I can. Competition has changed the scanner landscape. My second annual $99 XTOOL subscription is fast approaching, but I found that the scanner is for under 400 offerings similar. By the way, if you guys got a scanner, okay, here's some good news for those that scanners may have bricked themselves, which is, you know, a bricking scanner is never a good thing. But hey, if you guys know of a scanner that's, you know, $300 or within that price range, that's the best you ever had, like, leave a comment in the comments section, because there's a lot of competition for scanners in this price range of around $300 to $400, even $250, $300, $400. And if you guys are looking for a scanner, it's probably one of those things where you're just kind of confused as to which one to get, because there's just too many to look at, too many to decide on. And you know, if you guys got one and you guys had it for like a couple years, and you know, leave a comment in the comments section, guys. Let us know what the deal is as far as that's concerned. In any case, guys, have any questions, suggestions, or anything like that, definitely like leave a comment in the comments section. Let us know what you guys think about the scanner, whether it was worth getting or not. And I'm sure there's a ton of you, I wouldn't say a ton of you, I'm sure there's a couple of you with some weird issues that you guys don't like about it. There always is, but leave a comment, please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up, all that good stuff. Hope you guys like this video. Guys, take care.